Guys, I'm Hayden Crawford from the Dreemtime Academy, and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specializing in color therapy and numerology. Welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology Readings and Insights. Now, did you know that your date of birth carries the secrets of your unique personality blueprint? Your strengths and weaknesses, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures, your true soul purpose, and even your starry origins. Well, did ya? Did you? I didn't think so. Now, today on the live, I'm going to be revealing some truths about you and your soul's journey based around the lens of colours, numbers, and the alphabet. Now, I work with a beautiful sequence of dual coloured oil bottles like these ones here, and essence sprays, and of course Pythagorean numerology, which I found to be the most accurate and reliable form of numerology since I've been teaching it and studying it for the last 10 years. So if you'd like some insights with me today during today's live, then make sure that you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during the live. Now, before we go into all of that, I just wanted to say a big thank you to all the new subscribers that have just joined my channel. I'm genuinely delighted to have you here, and for all of the new members as well that have joined my channel as well. I really appreciate the support with that. That's amazing. And, just for anybody who's watching me live today, I also have a membership portal called the Oversoul Codex Collective as well, which is through my learning portal. And it's a community of starseeds, truth seekers, and cosmic wanderers from all across the planet. So if you'd like to go deeper down the rabbit hole, then make sure that you become a member of the Oversoul Codex Collective community as well. Now, today I'm going to be using the beautiful Cosmic Family Oracle cards interspersed in between doing the numerology readings for you today. And this is a deck of cards that I introduced to the zeitgeist around about 6 months ago. And they feature 7 different galactic races, archangels, and ascended masters. And these are a beautiful color therapy stroke numerology deck of cards, which can help you to start learning more, not only about your cosmic origins, but also about numerology and color therapy as well. So these are, just a beautiful deck of cards that you can also reach out to me and get your own deck of as well if you like them during today's live. So if you're watching now and you'd like me to do some insights for you today, then make sure you leave your date of birth in the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I'll do the rest. Hello, Tina. How you going? So you've got me all to yourself now, Tina. That's great, isn't it? So how are you going? What have you been doing? Are you feeling all right? What's going on? Shall I pick a card out for you, Tina, and see what's going on? Yeah? There you go. All right, so this one is for you. And there you go. There's the Pleiadian leader atlas that comes in for you, which is about trustworthy, refined, and peaceful supervision. So this means that, you are a leader, but you lead in a very refined and dignified way, and you're very loyal and trustworthy as well. Well, we know that about you anyway, don't we? So there you go. Maybe you've got some Pleiadian origins there as well. Who knows? So hopefully, you and it's funny because you've got that 777 in your handle there as well. I often find that the number 7, because it's Neptunian in the color mirrors, it connects up with the Pleiadians. So a lot of the 7 vibration is, because of the 7 sisters as well. So I wouldn't be surprised. There you go. It's lovely to have you here. So, what should we do today then? So if you'd like a reading with me today, make sure that you introduce yourself. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. And I'm going to have a look at doing your day number, ruling number, and personal year cycle influences as we go through today's live, as well as using the beautiful Cosmic Family Oracle cards as well. So if you're watching and you'd like me to do some free insights with you today during the live, then make sure that you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. So what else has been going on in the world? So we've had 3-eye Atlas that passed the sun and emitted some sort of laser beam allegedly into the center of the sun, and then it sort of broke, a chunk of it broke off. What are your thoughts about Three Eye Atlas? Are you still following it, or have you lost interest now that it's kind of past the sun? I'd be interested to find out. Anything else that's coming in for you guys? Well, we've got a really powerful show, the Numerology show, that is one of the podcast episodes that I host. Now, I've got a predictions show coming up for 2026 where I gathered together a group of my favourite numerologists, including Novalee Wilder, Joy Woodward, Lynn Boes, Liz Clark, Catherine Kinney, and Anne Perry. And we did a predictions show for 2026, which is going to be amazing. I mean, the wisdom that came through in that episode specifically has just been mind-blowing. So yeah, we are moving into a universal year one, which means, it's fresh new spring rebirths. It's a year where we're going to be almost called to step more and more into our sovereignty and become way showers. There's going to be more of a focus around origins as well, because the one connects up with the beginning. So a lot more people are going to be rediscovering their galactic origins. They're going to be connecting with their cosmic families and stepping more and more into positions of leadership as well. So how do you feel that your personal year one, your universal year one is going to affect you? Of course, it varies depending on the individual as well. So if you are in your own personal year, say 9, and we move into a universal year 1, you'll feel it very differently for someone who's in their personal year 8 and in a universal year 1. But as a collective, we're going to see a lot of new things starting to slip in between the cracks in 2026. Lots of new ways of doing things, I think. New technologies, specifically. There you go. There you go. So, thank you. I'm glad that you love the colour yellow on me. Thank you, Tina. And you really don't feel anything super strong about it. No, don't you? It's interesting, isn't it? Because I was feeling a big connection to it up until the point it passed the sun. And now I'm a bit like, whatever. It's just a big rock. So I do find myself fluctuating between being, super into certain things and then just not being into them at all. Does everyone else find that? I feel like sometimes when things get hyped too much, you lose interest because you don't know what to believe and what not to believe. It's interesting. No, I'm sure that there is something to it, but it's just, until they actually, start, sort of knocking on my doorstep, it's a bit sort of hearsay really, isn't it? So guys, if you're watching me today and you'd like me to have a look at doing your birth charts today, then leave your date of birth in the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I'll do the rest. I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during the live. And so I'm going to offer you some insights. So don't be shy, and if you're watching, don't be a shrinking violet. Make sure you make yourself known. I will pick a card out for the collective now, because I know there's a few people watching, but you're just a bit shy, aren't you? So make sure you drop your date of birth into the chat. The card that comes up, and this is for anybody who's watching me live right now, is the Orion Warrior, and this is Bellatrix, and it's about abusing power or controlling with fear. There we go. So whether that's you or whether that's somebody in your life who's trying to control you with fear or abusing their power over you, well, that's a different matter. So yeah, this is an interesting card to come up because it's one of the more sort of forceful cards in my deck, because a lot of the time, no one wants to feel like they're being abused or that they are the abuser, do they? But we all have the potential, don't we? We've all got that potential, which is a bit sad, to say the least. So there you go. So I think we're starting to get a few more people coming into the chat now. So remember, if you've just joined me live for the very first time, my name's Hayden Crawford. I'm a colour therapist and numerologist, and today I'm doing some free insights for you based around your date of birth. So looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences. So don't be shy. Make sure you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I'll have a look at doing some insights for you based around your birth date. All right, so your day number, your life path number, and your personal year cycle influences that will give you some insights today during the live. There we go. So, what else has been going on then for you, Tina? Have you been behaving yourself? What have you been up to? Have you been doing some festivals? What have you been up to? Because I know you do like to get yourself to shows and stuff, don't you? And put yourself out there, which is great, isn't it? You must be thoroughly enjoying it. I saw you doing a live the other day where you were selling crystal skulls. That must be fun as well, selling skulls. And we've got your episode of Cosmic Conversations, haven't we, coming up soon? I think it's about 3 weeks away, your episode, actually, Tina. So that's going to be fun to share that with everybody and for them to learn more about the amazing jewellery that you do. Ah, you were just in Honolulu for an expo. I thought you were, yeah. I bet that was amazing, was it? Was it beautiful? Do you like Honolulu? Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to publishing that episode. It's a great episode. Very, very good, actually. It's going to be really, really cool to get that out there and for people to see the amazing work that you do. Oh, it's a place you could live, is it? Is it? Oh, wow. I've never been to Honolulu. No. We're going on a cruise this year. Next year in February. We're going around Queensland, so up to Port Douglas. So it leaves from Sydney and it goes up the east coast of Australia all the way up to Queensland through what's known to be the site of Lemuria. Yeah, so the old Lemuria. And so it's a beautiful cruise ship that we're going on. And then later in the year, we're going back to France. We're going to go to La Rochelle in the Charente-Maritime for a couple of weeks. Yeah, just to get a feel of it, because we're thinking of maybe moving back over to Europe at some point in the future. So yeah, no, that'll be really, really cool. Ah, there you go. So the weather was perfect, and I'd love it. I'm sure I would. I love beautiful warm weather destinations. Yeah, and holiday atmospheres as well, Tina. I love a good holiday atmosphere. Like where everyone's having fun and there's cocktails and pina coladas and champagne flowing and people dressed in nice clothes as well. Like where I live in Perth in Western Australia, a lot of Australians don't wear shoes. So they walk around and they've got no shoes on, but they've also got muddy feet or dirty feet. So me and Mark are a bit like, we're not sure about that, so we don't do that. But I know it's good for grounding and stuff. There you go. Were you walking barefoot in Honolulu? I can imagine you were walking along the beach, with your hair flowing in the wind. There you go. It's been lovely. It's been lovely being able to have this chat with you today, Tina. Now, if there's anybody watching that would like me to do some insights for them today during the live, we are supposed to be doing Starseed Numerology readings today during the live, not speaking about our holidays. So if you'd like me to do some insights for you during today's live, then make sure you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I will do the rest. All right. If you you also have the opportunity as well to super chat gift as well to help my channel to grow. So if you love that, then make sure you drop a gift into the chat as well. It's brilliant for helping the channel to grow. And also you have the opportunity to become a member of my YouTube channel as well. So make sure you join up as well and either become a soul spark or a codex keeper. So it was supposed to be rainy and cold, but I'm always saying I bring the sunshine. You do. So when I landed, I looked at the weather and it was sunny and 80 all week. There you go. How good is that, Tina? I love that. Oh, well done. Well, sometimes people do that, don't they? Some people have an energy that emanates from them that brings, sort of joy an upliftment and prosperity in other people. They drag the vibration down. They're what I call energy vampires, and you do get a lot of those around, don't you think? But I'm an energy radiator as well. I like to give energy rather than steal it from other people. And that's why we're doing live Starseed Numerology readings today during today's live. So, if you're watching and you'd like me to do some insights based around your date of birth today, then make sure you drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from, and I'll do the rest. I'm going to look at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during the live as well. All right, so don't be shy. Remember, shy bairns get out, and that basically means that shy people get nothing. It's an English expression. Yeah. So Sean, it's nice to see you, Sean Connolly. And shall we have a look at doing you next? All right. So you're born on the 16th of the 8th, 1985. What life path am I? And some calculations say I am a 2, others say that I'm an 11. And I'll do it properly for you then, should I, Sean? All right. So let's have a little look. Sean Connolly. And where are you watching from, Sean? So, Sean, you're born on the 16th of August, 1985. So, a lovely Leo. You got a beautiful day number 7, derived from a karmic number 16. Okay, so I was born on the 16th of October. You were born on the 16th of August. So the 16 carries that vibration of that you might have an irrational fear that you're going to lose everything all of a sudden, or you're going to be betrayed, by the people that love you, And sometimes it could be that, the 16s experience betrayal. So, sometimes it could be that you've been betrayed, or you have had an affair. So there is this rebalancing that needs to take place of the karma of the 16, because it means that you may have been selfish in love in what I call a parallel incarnation, because time isn't linear. It's a spiral of consciousness. So it's not a past life. It's another life that you're having simultaneously, where you were selfish in love. And so that, like, now you might just sort of have this fear that you're going to be betrayed. So a lot of 7s, when they're living in the shadow, it can be that you can be a bit secretive, or you can be a bit private as well. So the 16 does reduce down to the 7. So, it's about learning through sacrifice. The 16 relates to the Tower card in traditional tarot, Sean, which is an explosion of old structures in your life for a consequent clarification. So, a lot of the time 16s like you and I, we go through learning through like everything breaking down around us, and then we have to rebuild it again. So you might have had to do that a few times in your life, So you've got the 6. There we go. Okay, so you're a life path number 9, 10, 18, 19, 23, 31, 37, 38. You're an 11. Yeah, you're a master number 11, and it's derived, Sean, from a number 38. So you've actually come in as a whistleblower or a truth revealer. So a famous 3811 would be Virginia Giuffre, the lady that exposed the royal family, exposed Prince Andrew for his shenanigans. They often come in, they may experience shock or trauma or abuse in their childhood, and they come in to reveal the truth. So they are almost like shining light into the darkness. So the 11 in the colour mirrors system is called duality. So it's very, very deep magenta over clear. Duality, so this is all about good and bad, black and white, right and wrong. And it can be about your last look at issues of separation. So you may find you go through a divorce or separation from family. But that's what's going to make you a great life coach, spiritual teacher, or social worker, Sean, because you can only really ever take people as far as you've been yourself. So the 11s, like you, are guides for humanity as we evolve into the new earth. And you would make a very good spiritual teacher, because the 7 is Neptunian, which is this beautiful turquoise bottle in the colour mirrors. Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, or the king of Atlantis. So many 7s have returned from Atlantis to share their gifts. So you might be drawn to work with energy healing, like crystal resonance, crystal technology, sound therapy. You may go into psychology or psychiatry, because you like to explore everything that lays beyond the veil. So you love the mysteries of life, the illusions, the miracles, the magic, and the faith of life as well. Yeah, there you go. So it makes so much sense to what I've studied. Yeah, thank you so much. No, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, like, you've chosen the path of the master, so the 3811s have chosen a challenging incarnation because you wanted to have a swift evolution of soul. But again, you can tap into clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. The sevens are very, very good at listening to the problems of other people, but they tend to carry their own burdens alone. All right. So you have to learn through your own experiences, Sean. No one can tell you how to live your life. You've kind of got to do it your own way. Seven is also about justice and equality. So you're a supporter of the underdog. You like fairness. You like things to be fair. Me being a 16-7 as well, I'm very like that. I like everyone to have their turn. Everyone has to have the same as the other. I don't like anybody getting more than anybody else. It's kind of like that sort of vibration. Now, what else I can see in your birth chart, as well as you being, somebody who's actually here as a guide for humanity as we evolve into the new earth, you've got a great depth of determination. You've got the arrow of determination in your birth chart, the 1, 5, and 9. So, Sean, this gives you a great persistence to achieve your goals and dreams. So you're a bit like a dog with a bone. You'll see your goals through to finality. You won't start projects and stop them. So this is a very strong arrow of individuality. You also love your home and family. You're very creative as well, so you can tap into that lovely creative gift. And you've got that nurturing aspect of the 6 as well, because the 6 is Venusian. And then you've also got 2 8s. So you're a very independent person, almost fiercely independent, and you like being in control. So you've got, you actually do have some good business acumen. You're somebody who needed to have travelled when you were younger. Otherwise, you might be feeling quite restless in your life right now. So I'd ask you, Sean, did you get the chance to travel when you were younger? And if not, do you feel quite restless in your life right now? Leave us a few comments and let me know. Now, your year that you're in, because in numerology, guys, we kind of travel in 9-year cycles and we go through peaks and troughs during that time. So, Sean, there are times to make changes and decisions, and other times it's genuinely best not to. At the moment, you're in a 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 20, 4, 25 as a 7. So it's a trough year. It's a year where you could experience some form of sacrifice if you're not living your purpose. So if you're stuck in a toxic job or in a relationship that's no longer serving you, this is the year that those things can end. Yeah, but if you are in alignment with your purpose, you may be called to teach what you know this year instead, you see. So there you go. Hopefully this is connecting with you. Leave us a comment and let me know. Hello, Gabriella. And you'd like to hear what flower essences are great for each number. What essences help with total surrender and what is needed for a 16-7. Of course, yeah, we can have a look at doing that for you. Gabriella, no problem at all. So drop your date of birth into the chat for me and we'll have a look. Now, the card that comes up for you, Sean, today from the Cosmic Family Oracle cards is Sheliak. And this is about reigniting your passions and your burning desires as well. So this is often when you kind of like, like sometimes when you lose your way about what actually really floats your boat in life, and then when you find that thing and you just do that more and more, you start feeling your burning desires coming back and your passions, and of course then all of a sudden everything goes back into momentum. So Sheliak, the Lyran creative, is saying, look, find what that thing is and do more of it. All right. So I love that. Hopefully that's connected with you, Sean. If you loved that and you'd like to delve deeper down the rabbit hole, I'm more than happy to create your full Starseed Numerology Report for you. That's a 22-page handcrafted document that I put together. It's tailor-made really for you, which looks at your birth chart and obviously in a lot more detail than we've been able to do today during the live. But also your name chart as well, because your name, Sean, carries a vibration too, through your soul urge number and your outer expression number and your complete name number as well. So for me to get it super accurate, I do need to look at both the birth chart and the name chart together simultaneously, because sometimes the name carries a vibration that compounds and amplifies the negative attributes within the birth chart, or it can offer extra numerical influence that helps to bring about balance and harmony. But it doesn't stop there. It also looks at the major influences in your astrology as well, like your sun, your moon, your north node and your ascendant. And based around the position of your sun in your astrological natal chart at the time that you're born, and where that's either conjunct or opposite, reveals where your soul has incarnated from after leaving source consciousness. So, whether your soul has come in from Andromeda like mine has. My soul has come in from the Andromeda constellation, not the galaxy, or Lyra, or Arcturus, or Sirius, or the Pleiades, or Alpha Centauri, or Alpha Draconia. And that helps you to define your mission, But it also looks at your past life implications, your karmic lessons, and the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures. So I've dropped a link into the chat for you if you'd like to claim your special offer on the full report, Sean. And then you can get that for only 59 Australian dollars, which is about 38 US, Send me your birth date, time, place of birth and living name, and give me 3 to 5 business days to create it for you. And then that will get emailed through to you as a PDF. All right. Thank you, Tina, for dropping in the super chat gift. I'm going to heart that. That's very sweet. I love that. And lots of 7 energy in the chat today. Yeah, 100%. Thank you, Tina. I appreciate you. That's so sweet. Thank you. There you go. And Jen is a life path 7 as well. There you go. So lots of 7 energy. I love it. And Sean says, I did travel, but not as much as I would have liked. I understand my true purpose and actually taking steps with my gifts and abilities. Thank you so, so much. I have an amazing intuition and psychic. You certainly do. You certainly do. And the ability, I also have the half moon on my palms. That's amazing, Sean. I'm so pleased to hear that you're really tapping into that. So yeah, lots of truth seekers. The 7 is the truth seeker. So, we can see that there with Gabriella, was wanting to know about the 16-7 energy. Well, I'm going to explore that for you, actually. And we're going to have a look behind me with the colour mirrors, all right? So I'm going to show you the full range of these now, actually. So I'm going to send my little desk up for you, all right? So these are the colour mirrors that we're working with today. So I don't know if you can see that there. Okay, so it doesn't show all of my bottles, but more than you could see before. But the 16 is actually this bottle here. All right, so this is bottle 16, Gabriella, and it's called the Tower. So this actually is all about the Tower experience. So that's what I was saying when I was talking to Sean earlier, because he's born on the 16th. So a lot of 16 people have a fear of betrayal, or there's going to be a fear of losing everything that you've created. Yeah, because the 16 actually means that you were the 1 in the 16, because it's karmic, you were selfish, and so the 1 is the self. Yeah, this is why it's the sun. It's the solar plexus. Is about your power. So the self. All right, you were selfish, and then in love. All right, so the 6, that's the 16 energy. So there can be lessons that come up for the 16-7 people around the heart. Yeah. So you might experience betrayal, or you have an affair, or there's something like that. So the 7 vibration, actually, this is a very good remedy for the 16s. So it's Neptune, because it's the 7. So we reduce the 16 down to the 7. And this is that very Atlantean energy. So the 7 relates to the Pleiades. It relates to Atlantis. So soul memories often resurface for 7s from their timelines in Atlantis, where they were working with crystals, energy healing, sound therapy. They could go into psychology or psychiatry, because they love exploring what lays beyond the veil. They love going deeper into information. So they're often very, very explorative. They're philosophers, and they love justice and equality, but also the 16 energy as well. And so that's also a very good flower essence stroke remedy. And this one is olive over lilac. They're called the Tower. So often, the 16 can bring up preference for same-sex relationships as well. So this can often bring up, that you're gay. So both me and my husband are born on the 16th of October. And of course, we're both gay. Yeah. So it's not to say that, you all are, but, it's like it's a theme that can come up, that can come in there. So there you go. So yes, my mum has a bit of 16. Would you? And you'd love to get her a remedy, would you? Yeah. Well, it's a great way to get them. So there are supplies in America. If you're watching from the United States, that I can put you in contact with. We don't sell the bottles anymore. We used to, but it's just a bit challenging for us to get them in from South Africa now. But if you'd like to get some essences and stuff for your mum, then reach out and I can definitely put you in touch with somebody for that. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to show you with regards to remedies that are beneficial specifically for sevens, if you know what I mean. All right. And 16 sevens, but anything turquoise really is good for 16s as well. You know, anything turquoise is a good color therapy resonance for them as well. I'm going to have a look at doing your birth charts next as well for you. So you're born on the 10th of June 1970, Gabriella. All right. And there you go. So you've got a day number 10, you've got a ruling number 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 23, 24 is the 6. 9, 10, 17, 18, 23, 24. Yeah, is the 6. So you're actually a life path 6. So you've got the 6, the 7, the 9, 2 ones as well. And then your year is a 9, 10, 16 is a 7. So you're actually at a 16-7 year. So that, you know, it can bring up sacrifice this year. So you might experience explosion of old structures in your life for consequent clarification this year specifically. But for you, you're what I call a soulpreneur. You know, you've got that beautiful life path 6, which is Venusian. And it's this beautiful loving energy of the maternal Venus bottle. So you're a mother, a healer, an artist, you know, an actress, any of the holistic arts connects up with the number 6. So, you know, this is really about where you are a nurturer through and through. So the lesson for the 6 is predominantly is that you can't try and rescue people, because if you try and rescue people, people might take advantage of you. You'll then feel abused, and then you could fall into the shadow of the pink energy, which is the victim archetype. So that's the 6, the story of the 6. When it's expressed positively, though, you know, it's very big into design, aesthetics. They are the most amazing mothers and incredible artists as well. But I always say it's the soulpreneur because, you know, you've got your 10, which is your day number, which is gold over olive. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is where, you know, the gold power and olive love come together for the purpose of leadership. So it's like the way shower. So, and it's all about sovereignty and stepping up into being a pioneer, you know, so it's about origins as well, the 10. So a lot of 10s, their gift is their ability to manifest and leadership. So a lot of them have their own businesses. So your soul colors are 10 and 6. So this is like, you know, somebody who needs to have either a creative or holistic business, the story of the soulpreneur. But you're also hypersensitive, Gabriella. So you've got the lack of the 2, 5 and 8, which means that you've got a bit of a weak soul protection. So you get very easily hurt by people. So just the little throwaway comments that people make can deeply upset you. So that's, you know, it's quite a, you know, so it could just be like a little throwaway comment that somebody makes to you, like, oh, you know what, Gabriella, you look really tired today. And you'll be like, oh my God, what do they mean? You know, I look haggard. And then you'd be like, right, they're dead to me. So you've got that very sensitive energy. I would say as well that there is a little bit of sacrifice that may come up for you in either love, health or money. So one of those 3 things may become a bit of a pattern of loss as you move through your life. But there's that deep love of the home and the family. The 6s can, when they're living in the shadow, be prone to worry, anxiety, self-sabotage, or even addictions as well. Because remember that both colours and numbers have both positive and negative connotations. So you have both a creative and holistic business. Yeah, you will. It's also true. And fringed violet is a saving grace. Yeah, absolutely. For the Australian bushflower essences, you know, fringed violet is amazing for repairing any breaks within the auric system. Also, the angel's sword is very, very good for giving you clear and concise spiritual discernment. The bush iris is very good for rebalancing the pituitary gland sorry, the pineal gland, the bush iris. So they're three of the violet coloured Australian bush flower essences that I use to keep my, myself receiving information easily and concisely and clearly. But, if we look at sevens, for Australian bush flower essences, well, I mean, they are, they're often, it can be connected to the throat chakra. So things like the Banksia, the old man Banksia can be quite good for sevens, and the bush fuchsia as well can be very good for sevens as well. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're lovely. They're lovely essences, those. But I actually find, because I work with both the Australian bushflower essences and the colour mirrors, I find that the colour mirrors are actually, they have a stronger, more powerful instant impact. Whereas the Australian bushflower essences, they're good if you've done a lot of personal development on yourself, and they have a slower sort of effect over a long period of time. Yeah, yeah. So, Debbie, yeah, if you'd like to have some insights with me today during the live, then just drop your date of birth into the chat. Let me know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. I'm looking at your day number, your ruling number, and your personal year cycle influences today during the live. So we just had a look at Gabriella's birth chart there, and you can see that very clearly, that she is a creative and holistic business owner, and she's got two of those businesses, which is amazing. If you'd like to go deeper into that, Gabriella, I'm more than happy to do your full Starseed Numerology Report for you as well. Remember, I'm kind of just scratching the surface today during the live, just wetting your whistle. The full report looks at your full oversoul codex, so your multidimensional aspect of self, so your past life implications, your karmic lessons, your galactic origins, as well as your true soul purpose. And they're also very predictive about your future. And I explore that through not only your birth chart, but also your name chart as well as the major influences in your astrology. Yeah, so you can claim that for just 59 Australian dollars. They're on special offer today. And then just remember to send me your birth date, ideally your time of birth as well, if you know it, and your place of birth, plus the name that you like to go by. And then just give me 3 to 5 business days to create it for you. All right, and that gets emailed through as a PDF document on completion. So Debbie, you're next up on today's live. So it's lovely to see you today. Now, guys, don't forget to like the video as well as you're watching, and subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already done so. I am trying to grow my YouTube channel at the moment, and make sure as well you start tapping into my weekly podcast episodes of Cosmic Conversations and the Numerology Show as well, where I interview the world's leading numerology authors and metaphysicians as well. So a great place to really start learning more about the incredible work that I do with the Dreemtime Academy. All right. So Debbie, were you born on the 12th of April, or were you born on the 4th of December? If you can confirm that for me before we get cracking with your birth chart today, because I know if you're watching in America, you tend to do your month and then your day first. In Australia, we do the day and then the month. There you go. So Debbie, is it the 12th? Were you born on the 12th of April or on the 4th of December? If you just confirm that for me, please. And Jen, have I done your life path yet? So you're born on the 4th of December. Brilliant. Thanks for confirming, Debbie. And you're born in 1981. Beautiful. Okay, so you have got a day number 4, got a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 19, 22, 26 is an 8. And then your year is a 9, 10, 11, 12. 16 is a 7. So they got a 9, an 8, 1, 2, 3 ones, a 2 and a 4. Beautiful. Okay. So you are a life path 8. Now, we always start with the life path number because it carries your true purpose. And the eights are the managers. You make a good money manager, man manager, project manager, because you love being in control. The eights are very methodical in the way they go about their business. They like doing things properly. I'm married, a life path number 8. So everything has its place. Everything has to be done properly. Everything's organized. Everything's structured, So there is this sense of discipline, structure, traditionalism, conservatism as well, because the 4 is also connected to business as well. It's a very practical number as well. So you're a practical person with, who's here to manage, and you're very independent. That's the greatness about the 8s. So if we look at that in colour form, your 8 is Saturn, which is old father time, this beautiful lilac over violet remedy. So this vibration, it means you like building your future on solid foundations, so you won't build your house on the sand where it'll fall down. You'll build your house on the rocks where it'll stay up. So there's a real keen sense of judgment about the 8 energy as well. The 4 is Uranus, which is the planet of the future, which is yellow over deep turquoise. So these are your soul colours, Debbie, that I'm shining back to you here. And this is a very practical energy. I think of the 4 as being a square. It's on the physical plane. So your gift, is this ability that you have with business, with structure, with frameworks, with discipline. A lot of 4s make amazing teachers because they are the authoritarian, they're disciplined, they work hard for what they get. Now, because you're a 26-8, so what that means is when you add up all the numbers in your date of birth, Debbie, it comes to 26 before you reduce it down to the 8. You've got to avoid codependent relationships because often the 28s tend to find that because they are so strong, either people become codependent on them, or if they're living in the shadow of the 8, that you may become codependent on the external other as well. So it's about you stepping into full independence, being in control of your own life, feeling completely organized as well. Yeah. So, there is this very strong, fixed energy, working hard, if that makes sense, yeah? Now, this year you're in a personal year 7, which actually is a year of sacrifice, and especially when you're in a 16-7 year, which you are. So you may find that lots of things are breaking down around you, things that no longer serve you. So when you look back at this year in hindsight, you'll be like, oh, thank God that happened. But during the process of you going through it, it can be like, oh my God, So a lot of the time you might lose your house, lose your job, anything like that. Things that are no longer supposed to be in your life will break away. If you are in alignment with your purpose this year, then you may find that you're called to teach what you know. So, if you're living, the roles that I've said, the archetypes that I mentioned that are embodied within the 8 and the 4, then you might find that you're just going to be sharing wisdom about the stuff that you know. Now, you've got the arrow of the inquirer in your birth chart, Debbie, which is the lack of the 7, 5 and 3, which means really that you are somebody who's dubious about believing anything or anyone until you've got evidence that they're genuine and authentic. Once you get proof that they are, then you'll become a complete and utter convert. But it's almost like you have to go through your own processes of investigation before you fully believe anything or anyone. That's a skeptical mindset. But you're very chatty with people, especially when you know them, like them and trust them. So when you've got 3 1s and then you've got the numbers on the soul plane, like the 2, 5 or 8, this means that when you feel comfortable with people, you certainly know how to hold your own in a conversation. And, there's a great sense of organisation, discipline, independence, of course, that comes up with your chart as well. So hopefully this is connecting with you, Debbie. Debbie's saying a lot of yeses, so obviously this is connecting with you. Leave us a few comments. Let us know what you do, Debbie. We'd be interested to find out. But, don't be surprised if this year you do find that there is a few explosions of old structures in your life, because it's kind of only ever really designed to get you back on track to living your purpose, yeah? So there you go. You got the Lyran starseed. Okay, so this is Leo. So this is a year where you may be seeking, thrill seeking, or looking for new adventures or new relationships, and just have a bit of passion back in your life. The Lyran starseeds, especially the male Lyran starseeds, are often the ones that like, looking after their physical bodies at the gym, and they like, they're really energetic people. They like going off on wild adventures, and just like they're just consumed by all the material and physical aspects of life as well. So Debbie, for you might be just craving a bit of Leo energy in your life at the moment. There you go. So hopefully that's connected with you. Leave us a few comments and let us know. Hello to Crystal Nueves as well. And you'd like me to have a look at doing, I'll have a look at doing your numerology for you today. And you're also a Life Path 7, are you? Lots of 7s today, Tina. You're absolutely right. Oh, you're homeschooling at the moment. Oh my God, really? That is hard work, hey? That is really, really difficult, because, you not only have to try and keep the kids away from the telly and, the sugary foods, but also you've got to teach them something, which must be quite hectic. But yeah, hopefully that's connected to Debbie. Anyway, if you loved that and you'd like me to do your full Starseed Numerology Report for you as well, I'm more than happy to create that for you too. Claim the special offer by clicking the link in my bio in the description there, and then just remember to send me your birth date, time, place of birth and living name, and give me 3 to 5 business days to create it for you, and that'll get emailed through as a PDF document once it's complete. All right, fabulous. Okay, so Crystal is next up on today's live, and Crystal's born on the 26th, there's that 26 energy again, of the 3rd 1985. Beautiful. Okay, so you've got a day number 8, you've got a life path number 9, 10, 18, 19, 23, 26, 27, 28, 29, 34. Yeah, you're a 7. So the 7-8 people, there is this sense of justice and judgment. The 8 is judgment, the 7 is justice. So many 7-8 people I find, are either drawn into the legal services or the judiciary system, or they have an interest in it, or they'll, because you make a good manager. You like being in control. You make a good money manager, man manager, project manager as well. However, your 7 is your purpose, which is the seeker of truth. And, you like the mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic and faith of life. So you like going down the rabbit hole, basically, but you love exploring what's in the subconscious. So many 7s actually are also drawn into energy healing, like they're like crystals, working with energy, sound healing, or psychology or psychiatry or hypnotherapy. So these are your soul colours. You've got the 8, which is Saturn, which is lilac and violet, and the 7, which is Neptune, which is turquoise. So the soul colours that you've got are kind of very new earth in a way, but it can mean that there is some unresolved grief that might need to be expressed through the upper heart as well. That, sometimes comes up as a theme within the life of these 7-8 people. But again, for you, because you've got that 26 day number, this means also you need to avoid codependencies in relationships as well. You like being independent, but sometimes people might lean on you too much. So it's about moving codependency into interdependent relationships where both parties are contributing equally, you see. Yeah. So you've got the 9, you've got the 8, you've got the 5, you've got the 3, the 2, the 1 and the 6. So you've actually got lots of arrows in your birth chart. So it's quite a positive chart, actually. So what you can see there is you've got the arrow of the planner, the 1, 2 and 3, which gives you an inherent love of order. So you're the sort of person that likes to have a bit of a tick list as you go through your day, Crystal. You've also got the arrow of intellect, the 3, 6 and 9, which means that you've got a very active mind. So you're always thinking, analysing, rationalising, philosophising. Your mind will go 10 to the dozen. So your long-term memory, Crystal, will be a lot better than your short-term memory. So you'll remember like all the names of the people you went to primary school with, but you won't necessarily remember what you had for your tea last night. So there is that very strong arrow of intellect. The arrow of determination, the 1, 5 and 9, which gives you a great depth of persistence to achieve your goals. So you're quite stubborn in the pursuit of your goals. And the arrow of emotional balance, the 2, 5 and 8, which means that you're very well equipped to deal with very difficult or challenging emotional stormy waters in your life. A lot better than a lot of other people, although you might not necessarily always feel like you are yourself. you can navigate very difficult or challenging emotional stormy waters. So you can see that there, there's a very strong chart that you've got. Very strong, actually, Crystal. So the sevens often have past life implications in Atlantis, as I mentioned before. So you may retrieve soul memories, in this incarnation of what you were doing in Atlantis. So working with energy healing, sound therapy, psychology, psychiatry, any of those things may start resurfacing because a lot of sevens are the souls that have returned from Atlantis. Your year that you're in is a 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 19, 20. So you're actually in a personal year too in your 9-year cycle, which is a year of contemplation, introspection. It's great for processing the changes that you went through last year. So, for example, last year you may have moved house or changed jobs or got out of an old relationship. And this year you need to sort of process all of that as much as you possibly can. So, the 2 vibration really is, it's very good for processing change, but it's also good for new partnerships forming, because think about the 2 as 2 opposing elements coming together. So this could be new collaborations in business for you this year, Crystal, or new relationships. So if you're not in a relationship, of course, or friendships. Yeah. So, but you will just be feeling a bit more sensitive this year than you have done for the last few years. Also, you may struggle a little bit with expressing your own feelings. So, as I said, sevens are very good at listening to the problems of other people, but they do tend to carry their own burdens alone, and sometimes they can be a bit private and secretive. You've got Danica, the Syrian starseed, that's come up for you, and this brings about creative visions or vivid dreams. So you may be finding that you're experiencing really vivid dreams at the moment. Maybe you're dreaming of UFOs, or maybe you're dreaming of flying or having lucid dreams. But also you might be just getting a very clear vision at the moment of the new age, what the new Earth's going to look like. So, if that's the case, then just make sure you hold that vision of what you want the new Earth paradigm to look like, and you'll help to create it. So, Crystal, hopefully that's connected with you. I'd be interested to get your feedback. If you loved that and you'd like me to delve deeper down the rabbit hole and look at your galactic origins, your past life implications, karmic lessons, as well as your true soul purpose and your strengths and weaknesses and the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures, then make sure you claim your special offer on the full Starseed Numerology Report for only $59 Australian by clicking the link in the comments. The reports are brilliant because they also look at your pyramids, which are very predictive about your future. So you can look at those and see exactly what you're going to be doing as you progress down your timeline through your adulthood and into maturity. And of course, they reveal whether you're from Andromeda, Arcturus, Lyra, Sirius, the Pleiades, Antares, Alpha Centauri, or Alpha Draconia. And that'll help you to define your mission. So when you understand your galactic origins, it helps you to be able to define your mission. All right. So fantastico. Hopefully that's connected. Leave us a few comments and let us know, Debbie. Now, is there anybody else that's watching me live right now that would like me to have a look at doing their birth chart for them whilst I'm live? Please make yourself known if you're watching and you'd like me to do some insights for you as well. Make sure as well that you follow me if you haven't already done so, and subscribe and click the bell for future notifications. That would be amazing. Show some appreciation as well by dropping a live chat gift into the chat as well, because it really helps my channel to grow. And that would be super amazing as well. All right. So there you go. If there's anybody else there that would like me to have a look at doing their birth chart for them today, then make yourself known, and I can have a look at doing you too. Nope. There you go. Well, hopefully everyone's had fun today anyway. It's been an absolute joy and a pleasure being able to spend the last hour with each and every single one of you today. So big love to Debbie, to Crystal, to Gabriella. Big love to Jen. Thank you for purchasing your full Starseed Numerology Report, Jen. I really appreciate that. To lovely Sean Connolly as well. And of course, to the fabulous Tina Michelle Briggs as well. And that is just going to be lovely to publish your episode of Cosmic Conversations on my channel very, very soon. So have an amazing rest of your day, guys. Big love, and I will see you on the flip side. All right. Big love, guys. See you soon. Bye for now. Bye. Bye. Make sure you take care.